Hello, welcome back to Fallout 76. I'm back again, but I have some good news and bad news. The good news is that Minerva's also back. She'll be at Fort Atlas, the boss headquarters. When you spawn in, turn around and go to the left. She'll be where I'm shooting at. The bad news is that her menu is not great this time around. But I'll talk about everything she's selling, so you can see if something grabs your fancy. As always, we'll go from best to worst. This is a special set of Covert Ops armor that gives you constant healing over time. You heal 4 hit points per second as long as you're over 60% health. The unique thing about this healing is that it works even during combat, and also applies to members of your group. But the bad thing is that for a decent level character, you have several hundred hit points, so relatively speaking it's a pretty small amount. It does get boosted by the healing factor mutation, but it's still pretty small. And obviously you have to be a full health character, so bloody builds are out of the question. For this test I removed all my radiation. First we'll let the mutants do a chunk of damage, then we'll take cover and see how well we heal. As you can see, it's pretty decent. The main problem with the armor is that there's too many ways to heal, so the healing benefit is not that great. Very few people should be short on stim packs, and they heal just as quickly. A birthday cake works just as well. It is a nice set overall if you're planning to play at full health, but you can get just as much benefit by using a holy fire or another vampiric weapon, so I'd recommend that as the way to go. These used to be top tier weapons, just like the Warglaives. They're not as good now, but they're still decent because they do physical and energy damage. The elemental blades are on sale this time around. They boost your base damage and give you extra bonus effects. Let's quickly see how the base weapon does.
How you hurt me!
The electrical blade does a fair bit more damage, because most enemies don't have resistance to electricity. There's no special effect, but you do a fair chunk more damage. The cryo blade also slows enemies, so it's pretty decent against tougher ones. I won't show the flame attachment, but it applies a small damage over time, which unfortunately doesn't stack, so it's not really worth it over the other blades. There's 2 attachments on sale this time around. The true capacitor gives you a bit more accuracy, but because the caster should be used in VATS, you want the aligned capacitor instead. The same goes for the true barrel, you get more accuracy, but the aligned sniper barrel gives you more range and less AP cost. Basically, skip the 2 attachments on sale this time around. There's a few chalkboards under the wall decor menu. Not sure exactly which ones are part of this sale, but there's several with sciencey drawings on them. You have to attach them to a wall, and from the looks of it, the text is pretty visible. This looks like the green stuff the super mutants are always looking for. Maybe they just wanted some chlorophyll all along, eh? But talking about mutants, you can also get one in a tube. It's exactly like you might expect. It's literally a mutant in a tube. Now if this was Fallout London, right about now we'd get someone busting into our camp and breaking the tube open. And speak of the devil, we're not alone. Yep, I guess even the mutants want to play the mod. Anyway, I hope you're able to get anything you might want from this sale, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. See you soon.